I've had a couple clients recently ask me, what's the best way to pay down debt? So both of these clients are looking to reduce their debt on the balance sheet. And so one of the clients today, this morning, I was just meeting with him. He said, "Oh, let's go and tackle the loan with the largest interest rate. Let's go tackle that one first and save us the most on our interest payments." As opposed to the other option, which would be tackle the loan with the shortest term. And thankfully, I had just done this analysis, and I'll walk you through what this analysis looks like. I had just done this analysis, so I was able to tell him, hey, instead of tackling the debt with the highest interest rate, let's do an analysis, because when I do analysis on these hypothetical loans, I show that taking the easy wins first actually helps more. And so I will walk you through my analysis. I'll walk you through what I did, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do for this client. So first, these are all hypothetical. These are all just fake loans I made up, kind of drafted some interest rates and some terms and some minimum payments that I thought would be reasonable. For the credit card and line of credit, since these are basically, I just said, hey, we're just going to make these every month, minimum payment. And then I said, okay, if we were to make a minimum payment on the balance, what was the term? When would we pay that loan off? So that's how I did this calculation here. And the APR I just made up. So 22.99 and 12%. Okay. So in these three models, I have a baseline, which just shows the total number of principal, interest, and term of the loans, of all 5 loans. Then I called scenario 1 easy win. So I said, I'm going to pay the loan with the shortest term first. I'm going to apply $250 of extra payments a month and see how quickly I can pay this off. And then I'm going to roll it to the next loan. So easy wins means I take the loans, I organize them by shortest term first, and I pay the shortest term first. And then I snowball. I roll those debt payments into the next loan, into the next loan. I see how quickly I can pay it off. And then in the scenario 3, I do the interest first amortization, which is I take the highest interest loan first, pay that off, and then go down the line to the lowest interest rate. Right. So what you'll find is in this scenario, while I do pay the highest interest rate first, which is the credit card, that is also not a very long term. So while I'm paying this, the loan for the vehicle and equipment are all just having the baseline payments being made. Baseline here, baseline there. You'll see no additional payments were made on this, because what happened is we got all the way to the SBA loan, which was 120 months, and which is 10 years. And we only started making additional payments at month 49. That's how that works. So you see, start making $250 worth of additional payments here all the way through the life of the loan, paid it off in 25 months instead of 33. So that's good. Roll the additional payments over, including the $740.97, and start making additional payments on the line of credit. So instead of paying it in 67 months, we paid in 49. Then roll that over to the SBA loan. Instead of 120 months, we paid in 81. So that's how this worked. I did the same thing with the easy win, but you'll see, because I did the shortest term first, the snowball of debt payments grew larger and larger and larger, with the longest term loan being at the end, and I was able to make additional payments on that. So again, started with $250, paid that off in 20 months, rolled that over to my credit card. So equipment was first, credit card was second. Paid this down, instead of 33 months, paid it in 24. Then rolled that over to vehicle, which was 60 months, paid it off in 34. Then rolled everything over to my line of credit. Instead of being 67 months, paid it off in 44. Rolled it all over to my SBA loan. Instead of being 120 months, paid it off in 68 months. And you can see in my summary, baseline, 498,000 in total debt payments between principal and interest, 304 months total for all 5 of those loans. In my easy win scenario, which is the short term first, 170 in principal payments, 164 in additional payments, that's 334.99, and then 130 in interest. My total term was 155. See, I paid less in interest and I paid it off sooner compared to paying off the highest interest rate first and paying for longer. So you see the total term was 184 here. Interest was about 14,000 higher. Not every scenario is the same. So really what hung us up was the fact that our SBA loan was a higher interest rate than our equipment and our vehicle, but the term of the loan was so long that I couldn't make any additional payments on my equipment or my vehicles. These didn't get touched at all. So I paid them full interest, full term, because I got held up here making these additional payments. Ended up paying this one for 81 months. So that was what I found in this specific scenario. Now, what I'm going to do for my client and what I recommend you doing for your business is instead of using hypotheticals, we're going to do actuals. We're going to put in the loans, the interest rate, the current balance. We're going to pay it off. And then we're going to see, is it better to snowball things, pay off the shortest term first, and just keep rolling those payments into the next loan until you can tackle your debt problem? Or is it better to pay interest first amortization? So comment if you like this. Also, if you have a better method, if there's something I didn't think of, somewhere in between paying off the shortest term first versus the highest interest rate first, if there's something in between, let me know. I'd be happy to model that out. And if you're a business owner and you need help getting this done, DM me, comment me, follow me, whatever, message me. We'll be happy to consult with you for free, kind of give you some strategies, give you some ideas, and if we can work together, if there's a good fit, we'd love to help you out.